wasn't nervous. I was excited about it. I'd waited about 6 weeks to get my first hop up, and I was in the front seat, and it was pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. The Cobra flies pretty aggressively, nose down, when you're just traveling about 130 knots, about 9 degrees nose down. So how you see the aircraft here is straight and level, and it's, you know, going through the sky like, you know, ready to attack, basically. So it's awesome. Awesome feeling. When I moved to my fleet helicopter, which was the AH-1 Whiskey Super Cobra in the Marine Corps, just amazing. When you see it in pictures, it doesn't look that big. And I remember the first time walking into the hangar, and I walked through the door, and this huge thing just loomed in front of me, and it was like, wow, really speechless for a moment. Wow, I'm gonna be flying that. Then you learn to fly the Cobra. Then you learn to fight the Cobra, where flying just becomes second nature. Now it's a machine in battle, saving lives. We had been out for a little over an hour. We were taking out a target that was known to have munitions in it. You know, bombs, missiles, explosives, C4s, rocket, anything and everything the enemy could use to create IEDs, improvised explosive devices. Hour into the mission, we got a call from one of the ground controllers, and you could hear the desperation in this guy's voice. He said, "Viper, we have Marines and soldiers pinned down north of the cemetery, and they need your help." And in that moment, if you could have felt the acid bomb explode in my stomach, because we had been out for a little over an hour, and that meant we probably maybe only had 20 minutes of fuel left on the aircraft. And on top of that, we only had one missile left on our aircraft because we'd been trying to take out that target. Gutsy move. Marines don't leave Marines behind. Next ground controller checks in, even more desperate than the first guy. "Viper, we're pinned down. We don't have any ammunition to shoot backwards. We don't even have any green smoke to mark our position. Let me know when you can see the glint from my mirror." When you were down to signaling with a mirror the size of the palm of your hand, you're in trouble. As I scanned down into that cemetery, looking for any sign of our friendly forces, I saw a small glint come back. "Contact, I see you." "Viper, do you see that road in front of me running from east to west? Follow it to the west. You're gonna see another road that runs north and south. Follow it to the south. You're gonna see a building with a tower sticking out of it with a blue dome at the top. Call when you're to contact that building. Follow the road to the west, follow the road to the south, building, tower, blue dome. Contact. Break right, I quickly yell out. Why? Because now small arms fire was coming out of that tower, trying to take us out of the sky. We flew around. I turned that selector switch over to that very last missile. We pop up over the ridge. We're now searching, scanning for our target. Target in sight, aircraft pops up, finger on the trigger, waiting to come in range, and waiting for that magical phrase, "You have permission to engage." We got the phrase, I pulled the trigger. "Missile away," I called out. Nothing happened. Marines and soldiers on the ground, inevitably getting ready to go into hand-to-hand combat if we didn't come through. We reset a couple switches, turned the selector switch back over to the last missile for one final try. Pull the trigger, missile comes off the rail, impacts the target, pull off to the right, head back to base, check in with the duty officer, what happened with the mission? "Ma'am, target was destroyed, Marines and soldiers will be coming home tonight." It was absolutely amazing and an experience I will never forget. But that's not even it. So now I'm back at home, back from the deployment, and I'm standing in the hospital line waiting for a routine doctor's appointment. And I'm talking to the Marine in front of me. "Hey, Marine, how you doing? What's going on?" He said, "Well, ma'am, I have some shrapnel in my left leg." I said, "Whoa, shrapnel, were you recently deployed?" He said, "Yes, ma'am. Iraq, 11th MEU." I said, "Hey, I was in Iraq. I was your Cobra air support." He said, "Oh, man, you fly Cobras?" We were in the cemetery. We were pinned down. A Cobra came in, shot a missile. I was like, wait a minute. That sounds like a mission I was on. Paired it up, same mission, same aircraft, same missile. And we started hooping and hollering right there in the middle of the hospital. And then he just stopped and he said, "Ma'am, you saved my life."